My name is Carrie.
I'm Isabel.
And Isabel is my daughter. She is in college, so she is home for winter break.
Shadows running around.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought he was jumping over here, but no. So she's home on winter break, which is fantastic. And she has been bitten by the crochet bug this past semester, and so she has been busy, and now we have help. Nobody.
We don't need to see your butt, Chet.
Just sit. You can join us, maybe.
Oh no, he's gonna lay on my plate.
Okay, this is Chet. Yeah, hi. Chet. Buddy, just lay down.
You don't need to flash the world. Shadow's looking at the laundry basket.
I don't know why they're awake right now anyways. This is
It's not even snack time.
This is nap time. Okay. We're just going to pretend like he's not here and he'll lay down. So we just wanted to pop in and give a little update. Okay, he's laying down. You may have to go first because he's laying on my things.
Okay. Jeez.
Oh, Chad. Yeah. So we just wanted to give a little update on our Christmas gift knitting and crochet show and tell update. I have 2 finished items that I am gifting. You see me sharing them here and there on Vlogmas up to now, and I just want to make sure that I actually share them before I gift them, because they'll be on their way to Chicago if I don't do it sooner than later. So,
Buddy.
well, he's
He's adjusting.
Yeah. I'll go first since he was laying on my things, and maybe he will relay on them. So the first thing I finished this up last night. I finished up the decreases, got the ends woven in. The DK Musselberg that I've been working on, it is done and it is lovely. So this is for my brother-in-law, and they live in Chicago. So this will come in handy on his commutes to and from work. I use Knit Pick Swish DK, and the colorway I believe is Dusk, but it's just this nice blueberry color. It would look really good on you, Chet. There you go. And I bought 4 skeins, and I used 3, and I just cracked into that 4th one just a little bit. I'd say that I didn't even use half of that 4th skein. So, a little tighter gauge, I maybe could have squeaked it out in 3, but it was nice to have 4. So this is going to be a nice warm hat for him, and yeah, I'm happy to have it done. I haven't I was going to steam block it a little bit with my iron. I haven't done that yet, so, but there she is. It's all done. I like this color a lot.
Yeah, I like that color. The royal blue.
Yeah. And then my other finished is my niece's vest. So I got
so cute.
I got all of the ends woven in, and I got the pocket done. So like I said, this is out of Sorella yarn. This is from her Little Mermaid inspired collection from, I believe it was like not this past summer, but the year before. So this was 2, one was Ariel, one was Under the Sea, and I think this one inside the pocket might have actually been the Ariel colorway, but it just has this little pocket, which I think is going to be her favorite part of this vest.
What kid doesn't like pockets?
I know. And I didn't wet block this one. I just steam blocked it. So it should be pretty easy to take care of. It's a superwash yarn. I held the 2 yarns together. One was pink, just pretty much a tonal, and then the other was blue, white, and purple. I don't have those little leftovers with me right now, but I barely used any of the yarn for the pocket because it's so little.
Why is he on the counter?
Shadow. I don't know what he's doing. Who knows?
Do you know
So
Jet?
those are my 2 finished objects for Christmas. These will get wrapped up and gifted. I do have, I would love to make 2 little Sophie scarves for my mom and my sister to put on their purses. I don't think I'm probably going to get those finished. I'm honestly feeling a little sluggish on my knitting mojo. I'll share why. So the other day I was working on my Advent socks and I pulled out my Freckled Whimsy because I had the pair, and the first one I got through the heel, and so I picked up the second sock, and I was working on the heel and I thought, man, that heel flap just looks kind of wide, kind of big.
I remember that. And
I counted and it was 8 stitches too big. So there was just no way around it. I had cast on 8 stitches more than I needed. And so it was just kind of by pure luck that it worked out even for my rib. So it's not like I ended the ribbing with 2 knits instead of 2 purls. So it was just full steam ahead. So for the whole leg of the sock and everything, I had knit 8 stitches too much. So I just right then and there, I ripped it back, ripped the whole thing out. So now I've just got all this curly yarn. So I rewound the skein because it was so crimped, and I thought, you know what, that's just gonna irritate me even more if I have to
mess with that.
Right, like not be pulling it from the center of the ball. So I just ripped it all out. I went down, rewound the ball, and you know what? Sometimes that just happens. And so I am not going to have a Freckled Whimsy pair of socks done for Christmas. I don't even know if I'm going to have a Cozy Knitter pair done. So my knitting mojo is feeling a little wounded, as probably everyone right now in the central Midwest. They're calling for winter storm advisory. So we're looking at getting snow. I think the bulk of it is supposed to hit tomorrow on Thursday. It's supposed to be rainy, I think, during the day, and then
like switch snow after 6
switch to
or something.
Snow, like, yeah, around dinner time or something. So like from 6 to midnight. And then I think we could wake up to like 4 inches of snow or something on Friday. But I think it's all supposed to be mostly done by Friday morning. So that's good. But that just means Friday is probably going to be kind of messy in the morning to be out on the road. So I know you guys are planning on making cookies, and we'll probably, Dad and I will probably wrap presents, is what I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Have like, I don't even know how many
4
flavors planned. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because you talked about doing chocolate chip
Thursday
night.
Yeah. So it's going to be a lot of cookies.
Yeah. They have a lot of plans. So yeah. So I'm going to knit on my Freckled Whimsy while you share all of the goodies that you have made. She's been just cranking it out. I think I had said at one point that like you had made your first sweater. I know we don't have that up here.
Yes.
We'll do that. We'll share that another time. But
yeah.
But you have lots.
I have quite a few things up here right now. What I've been crocheting on currently is this sweater for my grandma, who you've seen before. I'm crocheting it like it's sideways like this, but it'll actually be up and down. It'll be like kind of ribbed a little bit. It's this Big Twist tweed yarn. Can't really read the label all that well, but
From Joann's. I think that might be like their store brand.
That makes sense. But it's really soft, and it's got these like nice little flecks in it.
It's like a bluish gray,
yeah,
kind of color. It's pretty.
Using my
what size hook are you doing?
a K. I'm using a K hook, 4-weight yarn.
And what does the pattern have a name? Is it on Ravelry? It was on Ravelry.
It was on Ravelry. It was a free pattern. It was like cozy sweater or something like that. It was super basic, but it's basically just half double crochets, and then you'll like flip it and it'll be like ribbed. Mm-hmm. So in my stolen minutes bag, of course. Then okay, I'll go in order of when I made.
But that one you're not getting that done for Christmas is not the goal for that.
No, that's going to be a kit. That's the front panel.
That's what we call gifts when they're not done. They're maybe in progress. They're called kits.
Yeah.
I'm not planning on giving any kits this year.
That's my only kit. Dad was going to get a kit, but then it worked up really fast. Mm-hmm. And I did it in a day. So then, and you may have seen a sneak peek of this, the granny square. It's a book sleeve.
It's so cute.
So it's got the little, just like a loop. This, I just kind of freehanded it. It's just the daisy. You can Google it on like YouTube for like the daisy granny square. I added an extra round of the green just to make it a little bit bigger. And I just kind of freehanded this little loop.
So the daisy pattern just had it through the pink, you're saying?
Yes.
You added the green.
Yeah. I just did a second like round of the pink basically in the green. I just kind of expanded it to be bigger.
Yeah.
So I did, thanks. I did 6 squares and then just kind of freehanded that little button. There you go. You'll put your book in it. It doesn't really have an actual logical purpose, but it's cute. So why not? Cute. Someone may be seeing that in the future. Then, I don't know when exactly I made these, but I looked this up. I found the pattern originally on Pinterest. And they found it on Ravelry. It's called the cat butt coaster. If you Google it and you look for what these look like, you will find them. I have 6 of these for the men folk in the family because I don't know what the heck to give them. They're little cat butts and they're coasters. We've got a couple brown cats. We got one black cat. That's the bad side. Black cat, purple cat, and then made 2 of these crazy cats. This one is for my little cousin. It's her size for her cups. A little bit of a size difference. It definitely was on purpose and not an accident at all. Mm-hmm. That'd be ridiculous. Then, also from Pinterest, I edited it a little bit. These plants. I made 3 of them. Well, I actually made 4. 3 are for Christmas presents. One of them's for me. This is like 2 different sizes. This is the more car size. This is kind of a hanging size. The pattern is originally from Pinterest. And then the stitch I did for like the leaves, I forget what it was called. It was just I just kind of Googled leaf stitch for crochet and found one that I liked. So I'm kind of excited to try different stitches and things. This is the smallest one that I made.
It's cute.
Very little, but very cute. Very fun. Then
You were thinking were you thinking the gift ones, they'd be like maybe good to hang on your rear view mirror in the car? Is that what your thinking was?
In your car, like right there. Mm-hmm. I think it'd be cute. For there or wherever else they would make sense. So then I got this is my first time working with like the jumbo yarn. This is a 6.
It's like little, super duper bulky.
This is the super duper bulky. This is just super bulky.
Oh, okay.
So we have 2 little octopus guys. There he is. There's that one. He has safety eyes. This one's for my sister. And then this one is for little cousin. Where's the other eye? There it is.
They're hard to see.
This one's a little goofy, but I don't think she'll mind.
It's cute.
But yeah, they're kind of like siblings in a way because they're the same yarn. This one's just... He's got different tentacles and things, and I didn't have big enough safety eyes for him. So those are those. They kind of stack. And then our last thing that I made is those. This is a big thing, so we need to move other things out of the way. Chet, you can hold those. So this is my first time working with the super duper chunky yarn. You want to help me?
Yeah.
It's still folded in half.
Yeah.
It's a giant blanket. It was on sale at Michael's. The yarn, I used 10 skeins of this. I don't even know what it was. It was just super the 7 weight yarn.
Yeah.
It was just big yarn. You want to test it out, buddy?
Test that. Oh,
I am gonna make him a cat mat
Yeah.
out of this. It was pretty simple. I just did a foundation chain of however long I thought that I would make it. And then I did the V-stitch throughout it, which is, it's kind of, doesn't really read super well.
Is it upside
It's
down?
upside down right now, but here we'll
Get the end of it.
there you go. There we go. So you can see the V-stitch in there. Like this is like a chunk, you know. So it was pretty easy. It worked up really fast. I did it in one day. I started it one night and I was just doing singles and it was really thick. It was like a weight.
It's very dense.
Yeah. So I ripped that all out and started over yesterday, early afternoon. And I finished it by like 8 p.m. So if you need a really fast Christmas gift, you know.
And the V-stitch is what?
It is 1 double crochet, chain 1, and then another double crochet in the same stitch.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just that over and over again. You do that for the first row. You skip 2 stitches between each one, but then for every repeating row, you just do it in the spaces like you would for like a granny stripe, which is my go-to.
So you do the 2 doubles with the chain in between in the space of the previous V.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's pretty easy. It's very thick. It's heavy. It's kind of like a weighted blanket a little bit. It's for my dad, so hopefully he will enjoy this blanket.
It was warm.
It's a very warm blanket. I had to take it off when I was working on it because I was like, oh my God, I was wearing sweatpants and I thought I was going to die. But the cats would probably like it. So I'm making them little cat mats for the green chairs, which you've probably seen on the Instagram at times.
Chet sleeps in, I mean, they all kind of do, but sleeps in the chair. And
Okay.
so we thought these would make nice little, easily washable pads for them to sit on. Sit down. Sit down, buddy.
You don't need to flash the world.
Ramona. Nope, that's Ellie.
Ellie. They're
Again,
all
I don't know why
playing.
everybody is awake. It's a little early for that, but whatever.
So yeah, that's
Yeah.
everything I've made / am currently making.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely want to make one of these for myself because I feel like they'd be really nice.
So are you done with gift knitting then? Or crocheting?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Hey, that's ahead of schedule.
Yeah. I thought I was going to be up crocheting on Christmas Eve like I was last year, but
Yeah.
so now that we've done our Vlogmas, I can wrap these.
Mm-hmm.
Had to get the biggest bag they had at Walmart for this thing.
Yeah. She's like, how am I going to wrap this?
How is
We're
this
just
gonna-
going to find a bag.
How is this going to go in anything?
Yeah. Yeah. He'll love it. He'll love it.
The cats will probably also enjoy
Mm-hmm.
sitting on the couch with this thing.
So I think that's all the stuff.
I think so.
I think we're going to go knit and crochet for a little bit.
Probably have
And-
lunch in a little bit. Yeah.
We have a couple hours before everyone else is home from school and work, so we need to enjoy it while we can.
The quiet
The
before
quiet.
everything
Yeah.
else.
We got our running around done earlier today. We had to go to the grocery before everyone is in there. And yeah, so I think we're just gonna go relax for a little bit and yeah, just enjoy the afternoon. It's supposed to get really cold on Friday.
It's not already
Like a
cold,
high
you know.
of 6 or 7 degrees. That's not even with the wind chill. They're talking about like gusts of 50 miles an hour and stuff.
They're
so
like it's blizzard-like or something. I'm like, oh my
but
goodness.
this is like what we train for all year. It's
Yeah.
knitters and crocheters. So so yeah, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed our little show and tell Christmas gift, crocheting and knitting. and we'll talk to you later.
Sounds good.
All right.
It's on the last stitch now, I think. Hear the static electricity's crackling? All right, now we're done. Gotta flip it, do a slip knot stitch thing quick. There we go.
There's scissors in the glove box.
There we go.
Hold it up.
Cat mat done.
Yay! Hello. Merry day 23 of Vlogmas, Christmas Eve. We are currently in our first big snowstorm of the season, and it is, gosh, I don't even know what the actual real feel is right now. It's probably sitting around -30 if I had to guess. It's 4:30. We got a good amount of snow last night, and it's just been windy and super cold. Tomorrow I will be busy wrapping presents. I am not one who gets my presents wrapped too early in advance. I like to be able to take stock of things and whatever. I just do it all in one big fell swoop. So that will probably be tomorrow. I have a couple of things to finish sewing, and I have been today not doing a whole heck of a lot. Been doing laundry, and so I have that over there to fold, and my husband and I have been watching some Netflix, and I have been knitting cat toys. If you follow me on Instagram, you have seen the cat toys that I have been knitting on. Currently, right now, I am working on the heel on this Freckled Whimsy Advent. As you'll see, a couple of days ago, I shared that last weekend on Sunday, I was knitting on this sock, and I got to the heel, and for some reason or another, it just felt bigger. Like, it just felt like more stitches for some reason, and took it and counted, and I had cast on 8 stitches more than I need on the cuff. So for the whole sock, I had knit 8 extra stitches per round. And honestly, I probably wouldn't have even known I did that, except for all of those 8 extra stitches ended up on my heel flap needle. If they had been on the instep part, I probably wouldn't have noticed until I had finished the heel. So I just ripped it all back, and that day I started the cuff over. You can see my curly bits of my cuff there. And so I just ripped the whole thing back. I went down and even just rewound the little 50-gram skein, because I just knew if I was just fighting that off of wrapping it around, that I was going to be just mad at myself the whole time for not having noticed. So I ripped that back, and I don't know, it's kind of been the only sock I feel like I've worked on this week. And so it is almost caught up to its mate. The mate, I am through the heel, I'm through the heel and 2 stripes into the gusset. So needless to say, these are not going to be done by Christmas. None of my Advent socks will be done by Christmas. I just don't even know what happened this year. Yeah, it just didn't happen to get them done. But that just means I will have some knitting on Christmas Day, and I will get them done when I get them done. I am excited. I need to wind up Anna of Zebra Yarns, her after Christmas 12-day Advent. I need to wind that up. I'll probably cast those on, even though honestly I probably have no business doing that. But considering I have these 4 pairs, but we're just going to throw caution to the wind and do that. So yeah, so it's been a busy but good week. Everybody had school through Wednesday, so a little bit of a push to get everything done. We knew that some kind of weather was coming Thursday night into Friday, so I knew that today, Friday, was going to be not an option for any kind of going out of the house and stuff. So Wednesday and Thursday did all of my running and grocery shopping and last minute things that I needed to pick up. So that feels really good. I don't even know. I can't even think back to earlier in the week. I don't know. So last night we we've been watching Dead to Me with Christina Applegate. And the girls made cookies. They made so many cookies. Oh, they make a chocolate chip cookie that is amazing. So they decided to take over making the cookies for this year at Christmas. So we will take the majority of those up to my parents on Christmas, and that will be fun. And I will make pies. So tomorrow, Christmas Eve, I will be making pies. My grandma was the pie maker, and I have just taken that over. And so I make the pies. I'll be making a cherry, an apple, and more than likely 2 pecan. Pecan has seemed to crept into our number one top favorite pie. So that will be happening tomorrow. So I need to get all these other things done, like the laundry needs finished and folded and put away so that I can make pies and wrap presents tomorrow. So I don't know that there will be a whole lot of knitting. I'll probably knit in the morning for a little bit when I have my coffee, and then it will be full on pie mode. And once those are done, wrap some presents. I may be regretting leaving both of those things, but it's okay. It was so cold. We went out to shovel, and it was, you know, with the wind chill, it's like negative 25, 30 plus out there, and it's the kind of cold where your breath freezes. So I had on a cowl, and I had on my Musselburgh, and I kind of had my cowl like up over my nose a little bit, and it was still, it's like your breath is like freezing, like it was frozen on my eyelashes, and on just the fuzz of my cowl and like the brim of my hat when I came in. So yeah, it's cold. So we took shifts when we were shoveling, and so that was good. So nobody had to be out there for the whole time shoveling the whole thing. So that is a good thing. What else? I've got a cat sleeping right behind me. I've got Ellie. She is zonked. She was snoring last night. She was under the tree, and at one point the girls were like, "What is that sound? Is that Chet snoring? What is that?" No, it was Ellie. She was zonked under the tree. So she's enjoying it. Shadow, he's over in the chair. We're there. Chet is in a bed over here, and I'm sure that Ramona is upstairs. So yeah, Ellie is behind me, and she's like got her head flipped upside down. Oh, they crack me up when they do that. So that is what is going on here. Looking forward to a relaxing evening. I think we might watch Christmas Vacation tonight. I think that has been tossed around as an option because nobody's going anywhere. Ain't nobody going nowhere. Yeah, it's so gusty today and just bitterly cold. So this, I will just pick up my Advent socks and knit when I can. But oh, let me show you. Let me show you the mice. So I've got 3, and I will probably, I kind of started out making them for my mom and my sister for their cats, but of course mine are going to get some too. So this is some of the yarn left over from my niece's vest, so I figured she would enjoy these a lot too. So we've got, this was the first one I made. It's quite a bit bigger. And then and this was with Mousy Mouse on Ravelry, a pattern. And then these two are from a pattern called Simple Cat Toy. And this was the first one I made, and of course I kind of modified the pattern. Oops. And he turned out smaller. I intended to make him smaller. This pattern is written for worsted weight, and I'm using sock yarn, so, and I'm not holding it double or anything. So this one I knit him a couple rows shorter than the pattern calls for, and yeah, otherwise it's a pattern. And then the second one, the pink one, I knit him as the pattern calls. So there's a little bit of a size difference. And I improv'd their tails. The tail in the pattern, she has you attach some yarn and braid it. And this guy, I just used the tail and strung it up through the outside hole, oops, where you gather it up. And this one, I put an I-cord on the end. So I have a fourth one just literally cast on. This one I'm going to do with the stitch count of this one, just a few stitches smaller around than this. So I find that my kitties like the little bit smaller size. They love those little fur mice. So this is kind of my gauge for that size. And I'm stuffing them with some yarn scraps. I've been always saving, like when I cut the end of a project, I will save that little bit of yarn. And if it's much, I will often gather them up like this. And I'll gather them up. Oops. I'll put them into little, just the extra little bits. I'll do that with them. And then if I have a present or something that comes up that I could use something to tie up a present, I'll just leave those on the top. But otherwise, the rest of it is just, they're just little, some of them are totally hardly usable at all, and others, there's been some that I'm like, oh, should I start a magic knot ball with, but no. So I am just stuffing, them with some scraps, and then I've been putting in a little bell, and then a little spoonful of catnip, and then I finish them off with some more scraps. So the thing I love about this pattern, the simple cat toy pattern, is you start at the butt end and it's open, and so then you knit a tube and it gives you the ears. The ears end up being just part of one row. You put the ears in. So they are all one piece, and then you do some decreases and you've got your nose. So I love this pattern for that. This pattern the first pattern I did started a little different, and this one actually didn't have ears, and I just kind of made up ears for it. I kind of used this pattern, but it's not the same because you knit this one just like as you're going. It's part of the row. So this guy, he's quite a bit bigger, and I don't know if he's going to be one of my cat's favorite sizes. I think they prefer these small ones. So they're easier to lose. So I think that's why they like these. So yeah, so these are a lot of fun. This fourth one I'm making is the inside pocket color of my niece's vest. I'm sure it will look turquoise as I go. It's looking pretty light colored right now, but that is what it is. I still had all of the leftover bits from her vest in this bag, and I thought, oh, she would probably like to see some little mice for her kitty out of her vest. So that is what I'm doing. I will be making some for my cats, so it makes me want to go down and grab some of my other leftovers, because they don't take very much at all. I haven't even weighed them, but I can't even tell that I've used anything off of it. So these are fun. I see a few more of these happening. Yeah, but I think that's it. I hope you guys have a good Christmas. I hope you have a good Christmas Eve. And yeah, it's been so fun getting to connect with you guys. And yeah, we'll be back to regular podcast episodes in January. And the shop will be opening back up early January, around January 2nd. Yeah, so have a safe holiday. Grab some stolen minutes to knit, and I will see you later.